Hello and welcome to a Brit Reacts to Bollywood. I am your Brit, and I want to say to all of you, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Sat Sri Akal Ji, Vanakkam, all of the many greetings to you and yours, wherever you are around the world. And I've been looking at DEVDAS. I was also away on a little holiday away to Mexico and seeing a different culture and all of their traditions and their food and everything is amazing. And also it's a lovely springtime now in London, so I'm feeling the energy and the vibes. I hope you're all well. I've really appreciated all of your feedback on the last couple of songs from DEVDAS. I want to look at some of the production notes here on Wikipedia about this film. DILIP Kumar was Bimal Roy's first choice for the role of DEVDAS. Roy wanted Meena Kumari as Paro and Nargis as Chakramukhi, but Meena Kumari could not take the role because her husband Kamal Amrohi laid down certain conditions which Roy did not agree with. Nargis rejected the role of Chandramukhi as she wanted to play Paro. The role of Paro was already given to Suchitra Sen. Bina Rai and Suraya were approached to play Chandramukhi, who refused the role for the same reason as Nargis. Ultimately, Vyjayanthimala was approached, and she agreed to play Chandramukhi. About Vyjayanthimala's casting, scriptwriter Nabendu Ghosh said, "I did not approve of Vyjayanthimala as Chandramukhi, but we had no option. No one wanted to play Chandramukhi, and we were committed to our distributors. We were in dire straits, and Bimalda's unit was big. He never compromised in the making of his film. That meant expenses, and we needed money." So many times through even the most beautiful, gentle films, you find that there's so much going on in the background of planning and production and things like that can be quite hard and businesslike, you might say. So this is one of those cases. I also wanted to look at a couple of notes that people had written in the comments sections of the last couple of videos, and this one's particularly interesting. This is from Tony Moonstruck. "Thanks for another great reaction. When Vyjayanthimala was signed for this film, all the industry people commented they should cast Kishore Kumar, known for his comic roles and already established as a successful pair for Vyjayanthimala, as DEVDAS instead of Dilip Kumar. This was actually to insult Vyjayanthimala's talent, as she was yet to star in an extremely dramatic and tragic role, so none of them believed she could pull it off. The director Bimal Roy, one of the most critically acclaimed at that time, stood firmly in his choice. Also, since it's a courtesan role, many leading actresses rejected it. But Vyjayanthimala took it anyway to prove her talent even against her grandmother, the sole guardian of her career. She did not have a good relationship with her mom. The same thing she did in the movie called Sadhna, 1958. Almost all the actresses rejected the role of courtesan. Vyjayanthimala took it and won her first Filmfare Award for Best Leading Actress. Vyjayanthimala proved she is right when her performance went critically acclaimed and won her first Filmfare Award, but she rejected the award, first person to refuse the award. Imagine refusing an award that was equal to an Oscar, because she was given Best Supporting Actress. She was the sole nominee in that category. She thought her role was leading role and parallel to Parvati's character, played by another great actress called Suchitra Sen. Filmfare then took it personally and didn't nominate her in leading category for Naya Dor, 1957, the next year. She received rave reviews and her character was so strong in the blockbuster film. Soon the industry people had her patch up with Filmfare organisation. And guess what? In 1959, she was nominated for her work in 2 films in Best Leading Actress category, becoming the first ever performer, male or female, to receive 2 nominations in the same category in the history of Filmfare Awards. Vyjayanthimala was truly ahead of her time. You can see how other leading actresses had apprehension for roles that were risque, can receive backlash or downright controversial. Vyjayanthimala was truly brave and smart. Can you please react to Ina Meena Dika from Asha 1957 film? It was sung by Asha Bhosle for Vyjayanthimala. The song had 2 versions, male and female, but I'm requesting for the female version, which will be a great tribute to Asha Bhosle. The song was so iconic, it had Vyjayanthimala dancing in a western number. The entire film was in black and white, and part of it, including this song, was in colour. I hope you can react to both. Both Asha and Vyjayanthimala were born on the same year, by the way. Well, you've reminded me. In the meantime, of course, Asha Bhosle passed away, which is such a huge moment for the Indian film industry because she was a part of the spine, the very backbone of the Indian film industry throughout the second half of the 20th century and the beginning of the 21st. So I have to salute her, honor her, and I wish her peace and good things on her journey. And I know that she has had the biggest influence as a playback singer. What an amazing artist she truly was and is, and I wish her well. Secondly, I did react to Inamin Dika for the male version a couple of years ago, I think, and it was wonderful, just wonderful. So I will happily look at this again with the Vyjayanthimala female version. How fun is that? I will now look at the song Mitwa Lagee Kaisi. I think that's how you pronounce it, which was recommended by a few people in the last song or two. So let's take a look at that from DEVDAS and I'll see how it affects me and you.
Mitwa
Wow.
व्याकुल जियरा व्याकुल नैना व्याकुल जियरा व्याकुल एक चुप में सौ बहना रह गए आंसू लुट गए
Really
Mitwa
It's funny because I looked up a couple of different versions of this song on YouTube in terms of more digitalized and more like original style, and some of them were more the complete frame original format, and some were like more close-up recordings of the original frame as the director intended. So it was hard to work out exactly which was the original. or the more complete. But I think this was probably closer to the accuracy of it because it was a more old film stock style footage, and it included more of as much of the song as I could possibly get. And I know that we go from a scene where Paro is reading a letter, and it goes into DEVDAS being alone, reflecting in nature, and then it goes back to Paro. It's really simple, this, and it's powerful for that. We have the framing of the nature, and it's wonderful when you see him framed by the tree trunk branches and the nature that he's staring into. It's almost as if he's looking into an abyss. It's just the silence of nature, which I love. And it's a beautiful, beautiful framing for this song. The voice is singular and potent in its isolation. It's almost like a monologue. The sense of him holding the rifle is quite an ominous symbol, I think. But it's very potent, and the performance is wonderful. Very, very simple. Not too much distraction or overwhelm from that. The lyrics are, friend, lover, what type of longing do I have for you? What exactly is our bond? What kind of fire is in my heart? It feels like a pure, untainted, unconsummated love. My soul and heart is dazzled, confused, feels so overwhelmed and tranquil at the same time. With every silence between us there are 100 tears dropped, and many nights like this. All I'm left with are tears, and even the rag or tempo or harmony scale of the song is tampered or dictated by my heartbeat. Mitwa, calling for lover or friend. I'm obsessed with this song. Yeah, it's a really, really, really nice jewel of a piece from this film. And you truly get the sense not only of the atmosphere of the film and of the tone, but of the wonderful performances and the longing and the yearning and the pain. Really nice. Let me know if there's anything I've missed, but I really appreciate the cinematography. I appreciate the setting. I appreciate the simplicity, because that you don't need so much fireworks and lights and dazzle to create a really powerful song. If you're telling a story that has a solid core and that is powerful and that is timeless and beautiful, you can do it that way. All right, let me know. I want to look at, I think somebody suggested another song from this film, but I'm going to look over the previous comments and let me know your own, and also your understanding and memory of this film, and some of the interesting facts about the casting of people like Vyjayanthimala and how the film was produced, I think are really interesting for artists to look at. All right, I am your Brit reacting to Bollywood. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Let's all listen to Asha Bhosle songs and keep her in our hearts and honour her and wish her well onto the next part of her journey. All right, I am your Brit reacting to Bollywood. Chin chin, cheerio.